I'm making a very simple video. If you are an owner of a Dodge Challenger or Dodge Charger Hellcat, or you're planning to get one, these are a couple of rules that you must agree and abide by to follow in order to ensure that I never have to watch another one of these fucking videos where the Hellcat is losing horribly to another car because some dumbass didn't know how to launch the car off a light at a drag strip, or because the idiot got in the car with a black key instead of the red key for top speeding. Rule number 1, only use the red key. The reason why they gave you the red key in the first place is so that when you come to car shows, it'll give you the feeling that your dick is about 5 inches bigger than it actually is. When you walk around and people say, "Hey, is that your Hellcat?" You can reach in your pocket, you can pull out the red key and say, "Yep, here it is, here's my red key." Otherwise, you're wasting our time. If you get in the car with the black key, the computer won't be able to give you any more than 500 horsepower, and then you'll end up losing, and then I'll have to listen to these asshole, stupid, liberal, greener motherfuckers on the internet telling me that the Tesla Model S P85D is so much faster than the Hellcat, when they know deep down in their hearts that that race absolutely wasn't fair. Always use the red key. The computer in the car allows you to customize how much horsepower you have if you have the red key. You can either turn the power down or you can turn the power up to 700 horsepower. If you're afraid that the red key would put too much power in the car and you need to drive the car in rain or ice, just turn down the power. But the bottom line is you always have the red key. Repeat it after me. You always use the red key. You do not use the black key. You always use the red key. Take your black key, put it in a safe or something, or hang it up on the refrigerator. And if your girlfriend needs to move the car or whatever, needs to walk the dog, need to get the car out of the yard, she can use the black key. You never let your girlfriend use the red key because she will wreck the car. Just use the red key. That's the rule. That's the first rule. If you disobey this first rule, oh boy, we're going to let you have it on the internet. We're going to let you have it. Rule number 2, use the shift light system. What good is them giving you all this technology in the car if you're too dumb to know how to use it? The shift light system allows you to set the RPM of the engine so that you can high rev and launch the car just like you could launch the Jeep. This system's better because this system actually watches the red light, and this system can allow the car to actually eject itself based on that light changing. But please, do not red light. There's no reason for that. Even if your reaction time's just a little off and it's a little higher than we wanted it to be, like 0.04 seconds, you still have all of this technology for what? Just so you can not know that it's there? And by the way, you old guys who don't know how to use computers and touchscreen infotainment systems, you guys need to learn how to use touchscreens and infotainment systems. Because I can't keep sitting through these goddamn videos where there's a Hellcat waiting at the light, and then there's like a Yukon Denali or a P85 or something, and it's sitting right next to you, and that guy gets the jump, and then you lose, and then I gotta hear these morons sharing this shit on Facebook, and I'm seeing 12 videos a day of the Hellcat losing when I know damn well it shouldn't be after having driven it. Come on, guys, you gotta get your shit together. Okay, rule number 3, you need wider rear tires. The car comes with 275 40/20s, and it's nowhere near wide enough to handle the power that comes out of this damn engine. This car loses traction at 3,600 RPM in first or second gear. You're not going to be able to get successful launches off the light if you don't get wider rear tires. I'm thinking that Dodge decided to put these small tires on the back of this car because I assume they believe that you were gonna, do it yourself. I assume they believe that you'd buy your own racing tires, which makes a lot of sense. And I'm guessing they put these on there because it wasn't too expensive, even though there was other things that they could have put on there. But guess what? If you're going to race and you're going to do it professionally or you're going to do it for money, please get wider rear tires. Stop trying to launch this goddamn thing with the stock tires, guys. And furthermore, if you're going to spend the first day or two doing burnouts for people to show off, please don't try to race on those tires because you don't have any traction left. I shouldn't have to make this video. I shouldn't have to tell you these things, but I'm doing it because I'm just sick and tired of seeing the Hellcat losing, and I know that the car's better than that. So let's recap. Number one, always use the red key. Number two, use the shift light system if you have any doubt in your mind whatsoever that you won't be able to launch the car successfully. And number three, wider rear tires. I was going to stop, but this also came to mind. Rule number 4, do not race anything with all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive, a shitload of power, and an automatic transmission spells your doom. The Hellcat is fast. It's beastly against anything on the road with a V6 or a turbocharged 4-cylinder. But please, don't race anything that has all-wheel drive, a shitload of power, and an automatic transmission. You only lose. And by the way, if you see any cars that have automatic spoilers that retract into and out of the car by themselves, that usually means that this piece of shit is really, really fast. Don't bother. Leave it alone. Next, do not race any electric vehicles. Though electric vehicles look like regular cars, the problem is that these things have basically infinite torque at 0 RPM. That means that they can always get the jump on you, and they will always pull out ahead of you, and you won't expect it. You won't see it coming. This rule includes cars such as the BMW i8, the Tesla that has the number P85 on it, the P85D. Do not bother, do not try, do not race it unless you're way tuned to a 6-second car or something. Just don't do it. You're gonna lose. The last rule, do not race any jet aircraft. Airplanes such as the F-16 and F-111 take off at speeds much higher than 400 miles per hour. Please, despite the fact that people will know that you have the car and despite the fact that you may live near an airport, do not allow them to trick you into getting your car onto the runway and racing a jet. It's not interesting. We already know what's going to happen. The Bugatti Veyron Supersport can't even beat a jet. Please just don't do it. Follow these rules, and I can guarantee you will avoid embarrassment on the internet. So, it looks like a Hellcat on the road. At least I think, nah, that's not a Hellcat. That's a 2015.